The federal agents involved in the shooting death of Alex Pretti in Minnesota have now been placed on administrative leave. Over the weekend, Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino said the agents involved in the shooting were still on the job, but working in a different city for their own safety. Bovino was relieved of his command in Minnesota following the shooting. Pretti's shooting death marked the second time this month where agents shot and killed a U.S. resident in Minnesota. Renee Good was shot behind the wheel of her car earlier this month during an ICE operation.
Meantime, a battle is brewing on Capitol Hill. Democratic lawmakers are calling for Congress to block funding to the Department of Homeland Security if ICE is not regulated and reformed. And the move could result in a partial government shutdown. And tonight, there's another growing call. Here's Erica Brown.
In response to the recent shooting deaths of ICU nurse Alex Pretti and Minneapolis resident Renee Good, Senate Democrats are vowing to block funding for the Department of Homeland Security unless reforms to ICE are put into place.
In my view, we need to start over with the Department of Homeland Security. I think it should be ripped down to the studs and that we should start over.
It's time for those ICE agents to come home. There must be new leadership in the Department of Homeland Security now, and there must be major reforms to these agencies before this Congress should approve another cent.
Lawmakers have until the end of Friday to reach a deal or face a partial government shutdown, something both sides say they want to avoid.
Americans want accountability, so let's have a separate vote and a separate debate.
But the one thing I do know, and that is that a government shutdown is not in anybody's interest.
The push to revamp immigration and customs enforcement come as a growing number of lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are now calling for the ouster of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
She clearly doesn't know how to manage. She's never managed a large organization, and she's failing at every possible measure of the job.
Congress has already passed 6 bills to fund various parts of the government, but 6 more remain. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.